Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Tactical Trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Tuesday, October the 10th, 10/10/23. Another good day on Wall Street. Markets appear to have turned, but we'll see if there's any retesting. Futures are only a tad higher tonight. We'll have to see what develops during the rest of the week. But for now, let's take a look at some stocks that are looking much better. ACHR, which we had a spectacular year from April when it was trading at about $1.75. And then all the way up to 7.5 over a period of 4 or 5 months. Then had a nice retracement, about a fib retracement of about 0.375. It held double bottomed around 465.75, and today popped about 6.5%. Line picked up a little bit, but I think the stock has designs on retesting the 6 range where there's some declining tops and moving average resistance. We get to that, and then you're looking at 7.5, 9, and even 11 as a possibility longer term. ACMR in the semiconductor group, a nice pop today. A really strong pop. We retested the September high. That high was 1999. Today's high, 1989. If we get through here, we're looking at 22.5 and possibly 26.7. AFRM, after a long, nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we've come down to a 3-wave corrective. I think if we can get through here, the declining tops line, we should have 22 and 25, maybe as high as 28 or 9 on the next leg up. AI snapping back finally after a 2-month decline, which saw a drop from almost 45 to down to 20, under 24, so almost cut in half. Finally formed a little mini base, and today popped dramatically up 204.8%, but the volume picked up 11.5 million. It looks like this stock is going to make at least a run at to test 27.5 and maybe 30. ALXO spectacular pop pullback spike, another pullback, and today another spike, and this one up against resistance. We get through here, you might see a run somewhere between a starting place around 11.5, 12, and then secondary target at 13, 13.25. In the gold sector, AU, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down, has come up beautifully this last few days, from 15 to over 18, and there is resistance from the September high that we're going to be monitoring closely. A move over 1865.67 might get you up to test 20.5, and then 22.5, 3/4. Those are your targets going forward. BNOX, big wedge after an explosive move that saw it go 6-fold in one day about 2 weeks ago. Since then, a wedge has formed. If it's going to go, it feels like it's going to go like tomorrow, very quickly. The stock has resistance right there at today's high around 470, and then you have this spike high at 530. So your targets are 530, 6, and 7 3/4 going forward if it does pop. FRO broke out. You see the long uptrend. A triple top was taken out the last couple of days. Now it looks like it's headed to mid-20s. GRTS, spectacular surge, literally from 1 to 3 and change. It tripled, maybe long in the tooth, but it does have momentum, which could carry it to 4. Be careful. Stop at today's low, 270.72. Ionq double topped and then came down to test support and trend line, but held it. They move out of it wedged today, which was a bear wedge, by description, may have turned us around. It closed right above the 50, up 140, nearly 10%. Targets are 1785.18, and then 20 3/4, 21. Ntnx, one of our swing trades, one of my old favorites. I think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th wave should take us to 40. So solar stocks did great today after a precipitous decline. It saw the July high from 23.85 down to 2 days ago's low at a 960. So the strong drop that took it to 3.5-year lows was reversed sharply today, as many other solar stocks did that similar. Here's SPWR, and here's the ETF for that group, TAN. All three look like they may have had reversal days. We'll monitor it closely. SMCI, which was spectacular this year, literally going almost tenfold. Finally got some profit taking at the beginning of August. At the beginning of August, after hitting 357, coming down in 3 waves to eventually get down to 228. But the rally has taken it from 228 back to 313. Today's jump of about 22 points, or almost 8%, has me thinking it's going to retest the highs now, and then maybe make a run at 400. SPWR, we showed you. SWBI, well, I put a swing on it today. Yesterday, I showed you the left end of the extended V bottom and then a platform. After 5 waves up here, a retest, fib retracement that held support from the February March lows, then a run up to the resistance and a pullback. But today it popped out, only to pull back right to the breakout point. I think it's a buy here. My target's 15.75 to 16, and then 18.5. TAL, the Chinese educator, broke out, pulled back, and popped again. All that's left for this thing to go is to take out, and the next target would be 10.45. You get through that, we're looking at 12.5, 13. BRT's been spectacular all year, but from the April lows around 11, 12, it's gone into the 40s. After a multi-month coil, it broke out right there. Excuse me, today, popping to a new high at 42.72 before backing off a couple points. Not happy with that close. I did put a swing on it. I still think it goes higher, looking for 50 and 60. And finally, WW broke out as well. That looks like it's headed towards 18 and 22.23 or more. Today was a clean breakout. And volume picked up a little bit. So let's see if this continues. But again, my target's 18.75 and maybe 23.5, 24. Looking pretty good there. This is HB out. Have a great evening.